Make her come cause she came. Had fun, entertain. Good dope champagne. Just relax, just relax. 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 Ah.
YouTube, it's your boy Romo, in case you don't know, and I'm back with another video, you know what I'm saying? Today, I'm gonna show y'all this video we're gonna react to. What is Valentine's Day? What is this holiday? Where did it come from? Who created it? You know what I'm saying? How did they get the concept? Where did the name come from? You know what I'm saying? The channel we watching is Black Balloons. Shout out to Black Balloons. Y'all go subscribe and watch him, man. He got some real interesting and dope content. You know what I'm saying? So y'all go subscribe to Black Balloons, man. But we gonna hop right into the video, man. What is Valentine's Day? Let's take this walk, man.
The content will continue on the channel. It will continue on Patreon.
Sorry, bro, I gotta skip that.
I just wanted to get on and come. I'm back. Alright, y'all. I'm back.
This is Blackos, the free-to-play multiplayer game where you can unlock, earn, and sell.
Back.
My bad, bro.
Now, if you you listen to that whole 5 minutes, 6 minutes of me just talking just now, I guess that was kind of like the surface level of this video. If you stood through it. Now we'll kind of get to, I guess, exposing the truth behind what Valentine's Day really is, where it came from, and I guess like what it really means.
In God's eyes, it is still Lupercalia, the Day of the Wolf, also known as the festival of sexual license. What the fuck? Men become wolves as they carry on the satanic rituals of fornication, which means sexual intercourse without marriage. We have heard of the wolf whistle, and we all know that wolves do not whistle. It is lustful men and women who carry on Satan's blasphemy to this very day. The young women would then gather in the city, and their names were put in boxes. These love notes were called belates. I don't know. Me in the wrong.
Now, at the end of the day, if you celebrate Valentine's Day, it's not the end of the world. You're not going to get struck down.
Like he say, if you celebrate it, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? You celebrate, but we got to start asking these questions. Like, where is these holidays that we celebrate come from? Why do we celebrate them? Like why? Like, you know what I'm saying? What is the origins of the things that we celebrate? How did we even come to the, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to start asking yourself these questions. Like, you got to think about stuff like this.
Down by God for going to go and buy your girlfriend some roses or whatever you choose to buy her. But for the sake of this channel and what we do here on YouTube, I figured we could just add this into this video since I was suspended for a week and, just kind of get back on track with putting the content out, right? So we all know that, Valentine's Day love, has nothing to do with God. It has nothing to do with the truth. We know it's a pagan holiday.
Pagan.
Right? I think they called it
Valentine's Day, Thanksgiving, Christmas, even, to be honest, even celebrating your birthday. All these things, you know what I'm saying? Like, all these things. You know what I'm saying? You gotta start asking yourself these things, man. All the Easter, definitely Halloween. Fucking said New Year's. I ain't gonna even get too deep in New Year's, but New Year's is not really the new year. But we ain't gonna get into that. You feel me?
Lupercalia. I'm not sure how you pronounce that word. I'm gonna put it on the title. I'm pretty sure it comes from the days of Rome, because if I'm not mistaken, that is where this holiday sort of,
mind you, all the things, like, you got stuff that don't come from that, But all the things we celebrate and a lot of American customs come from ancient Rome. You feel me? Ancient Rome, Egypt, stuff like that. You feel me? A lot of these customs come from. You feel me? That's why we got a pyramid on the dollar. That's Egypt. That's why the little statue in front of the White House. That's an Egyptian thing for man's man parts. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of these things, football stadiums and all that, it look like Gladiator Coliseum or something like that. I forgot what you call it, but a lot of these things and customs come from those ancient times. We really think the world is new, but really everything's just playing over and over again under the sun. But that's a whole nother topic.
Originated, it was turned into a holiday in the days in the Roman Empire. Because if I'm not mistaken, I think Saint Valentine, the guy that it's actually named after, I think he was actually hung on February 14th. You know, hundreds of years ago. And I think basically the men of Rome, they kind of they made it a holiday, if I'm not mistaken. Basically, it says, Lupercalia was the day of the wolf, also known as the festival of sexual license, basically where men become wolves as they carry out satanic rituals of fornication, right? So it says the young women would gather in the city, and their names were put in boxes. The love notes were called billets. The men of Rome would draw a billet, and the woman whose name was on it became his sexual lust partner, with whom he would fornicate until the next Lupercalia, or February 14th, which we know as Valentine's Day. This was a day that was sacred to the sexual frenzy of the goddess Juno. February 14th.
Celebrating these things and don't even know why we celebrating. Don't know who started. You feel me? We just, man. The saying that ignorance is bliss. The older I get and the more that I learn, like, ignorance is really, truly bliss, man. It really is, bro. Because, like, when you don't know no better, it's like, it's easy, bro. I always say this. Not trying to down people or call nobody stupid. But I truly believe stupid people, or we going to say ignorant. I truly believe ignorant people live the happiest lives. I swear to God, I'm a die believing that. I believe ignorant people live the best lives, because once you start to learn stuff, you start doing stuff. Even if you do bad, you know you're not supposed to be doing this. So it's in your mind, it's in the back of your head. Like, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, ignorant people really live the best lives, the happiest lives, because they don't worry about shit. What you worry about?
15th became a day of unbridled sexual lust. The color red was sacred to that day because of the blood and the heart shape that is popular to this day. The heart shape was not a representation of the human heart, which looks nothing like it.
Nope.
The shape actually represents the human female matrix, or opening to the chamber of sacred copulation.
So if you trade cryptocurrencies, I'm sure you've heard about profit windows before. And if you have, then you probably know...
So, now we know millions of people celebrate it. And they believe it to just be a holiday of love. Obviously, people don't go and decide to look at what these holidays actually represent and where did they come from. You know, people probably know the most about Thanksgiving and Christmas, but no one really looks into what Valentine's Day is and where it actually came from. Most people, they just never question it. They never decide to question it. You know? And
like he said, like he mentioned earlier, if you, after, like I say, ignorance is bliss, but after learning things about these holidays and that they're pagan holidays and all that and things of that nature, it's up to you if you still want to celebrate these holidays and all that. What I would say is choosing not to celebrate these holidays is hard, bro. Like, let's say you got a girl, or just girls you talk to, you feel me? Valentine's Day come up, of course they gonna want something. You know what I'm saying? Of course they want you to, you feel me? It's kind of like the people around you in society kind of force you to, not force you, because can't nobody force you to do nothing, but they put that pressure on you to celebrate these holidays when you're trying to come out of that. You know what I'm saying? Christmas. Of course people want you, like, come on now, Christmas, of course, you know what I'm saying? Thanksgiving. Black people, man, this is a black thing, bro. I always hear black folks say this. We have to be, I don't celebrate Thanksgiving cause I don't celebrate Thanksgiving. I just celebrate Thanksgiving because of family. You still celebrate. You partaking in it. You know what I'm saying? You celebrate Thanksgiving. If that's the case, you feel me? Like, don't do it on that day. You feel me? Do it before, do it after. Just have a big feast. Invite the family. You know what I'm saying? And then you gather together and you give thanks. You know what I'm saying? So you celebrating it. You know what I'm saying? But Halloween, you got kids. You want them to experience, especially having kids. You want them to experience. You feel me? I'm trying to tell you, man.
Y'all already know how we do on this channel. You know, it's good to just know the truth behind these things. You know, that's why I say it's not the end of the day. God isn't looking at you and just like, you know, I despise you for celebrating this. But it's just good to know.
Actually, well, it depends on what God you believe in. I ain't trying to get all holy with y'all, but if you read the Bible, God hate them pagan holidays. He don't play about that. He not like you not going, like he say, he don't hate you, but it's like your parents. If they tell you don't do this, don't do it, or they is gonna, you feel me? You is gonna get looked at a certain way. No cap.
You know, says in a,
that's if you believe in the God in the Bible, because in the Bible that's what it says. But we ain't gonna get too deep in that.
Days of the Roman Empire, the month of February was the last and shortest month of the year. February originally had 30 days, but when Julius Caesar named the month of July after himself, he decided to make that month longer and shortened February to 29 days while making July a month of 31 days. Later, when Octavius Caesar, also known as Augustus, came later in February, month of July after himself, he decided to make that month longer and shortened February to 29 days while making July a month of 31 days.
Now, what I just said about New Year's, all these, through thousands of years, you got the calendars being changed and rearranged by different men and all that in Rome. You know what I'm saying? Got calendars being changed, different days being added and subtracted and all that. So over time, you gotta understand, like, New Year's is not really New Year's. New Year's is really just a whole nother day. When is New Year's? I don't know. But New Year's is not at the end of December or whatever. That's not the real New Year.
Later, when Octavius Caesar, also known as Augustus, came to power, he named the month August after himself, and not be outdone, he also subtracted a day from February and gave the month of August 31 days. To this very day, it remains that way. So that is kind of giving us insight on how the month of February was made and how the 14th ended up becoming Valentine's Day. The ancient Romans believed that every month had a spirit that gained in strength and reached its peak or apex of power in the middle, or basically in the middle of the month. This was usually the 15th day, and it was a day when witches and augurs, I don't know what that is, I'm assuming some kind of witch, whatever. I'm reading this from an article, y'all. So it was a day where witches basically worked their magic, right? And augur, answer my question, was a person filled with the spirit of divination. And from the word augur, if I'm saying that right, we get the word inaugurate, which means to take omens. So since February had been robbed by Caesars and had only 28 days, February, in the month of February, basically the middle of the month became the 14th day of the month. Since the middle of the month was celebrated on preceding Eve, the month of February was unique because it was the 13th day that became the eve of the Edes that month. Remember, Edes means middle of the month. And it became a very important pagan holiday in the Empire of Rome. The sacred day of February 14th was called Lupercalia, or Day of the Wolf. This was a day that was sacred to the sexual frenzy of the goddess Juno, as I said earlier in the.
With a lot of these holidays and all that stuff, even when it comes to horoscopes and stuff, you're celebrating, whether you want to say, no, there's no way around this shit. Like, you really celebrating gods. That's why I say, depending on what God you believe in, you're going to believe different stuff. But you're really celebrating different gods just by celebrating these days. That's why God is mad. That's why the God in the Bible, I don't know who people worship, I ain't trying to get into all that, but the God in the Bible, you know what I'm saying, that's why he would be mad when you say he jealous, you know what I'm saying? That's why he would be mad when you celebrate these pagan holidays. You could do what you want, but that's why he would be mad, because no matter how you see it, that's how he sees it. You're celebrating and worshiping other gods. That's why.
Video. Remember, Lupercal or Lupercalia is Valentine's Day. That's what it was called in the days of the Roman men. The
Not
Roman
even
Empire.
trying to,
right?
I let people live their lives.
So, what it says on this day, Valentine's Day, Lupercalia, which was later named Valentine's Day, the Luperci, or priest of Lupercus, dressed in goat skins for a bloody ceremony. The priest of Lupercus, the wolf god, would sacrifice goats and a dog and then smear themselves with the blood. These priests made red with sacrificial blood would run around Palatine Hill in wild frenzy while carving a goatskin thong called febrile, whatever. Women would sit all around the hill as the bloody priests would strike them with the goatskin thongs to make them fertile. The young women would then gather in the city and their names were put in boxes, as we just read and talked about earlier in the video, which were called billets. So that's how it happened. So now we've basically just uncovered the occult side of what February 14th actually means and what it means to the spirit world, why it's on February 4th.
Hey, when you do your research, man, you know what's fucked up. You know what's fucked up, man. About, I don't know what I don't know. Is these holidays? I know Thanksgiving. I don't know is these holidays a worldwide thing. But when you do your research about this stuff, what you will start to learn real quick is all these holidays got something sinister behind them. Every single, like, it's weird as shit. Like, why is that the case? Why is that the case? Every holiday, Thanksgiving, we know what happened. They came over here and slaughtered everybody. Halloween, that's, everybody should know something off of that holiday. Easter, I don't know the origins of that, but you celebrating the goddess of fertility. Valentine's Day, my boy Black Balloon breaking it down for you right now. What else? Christmas supposed to be like a white man, and the reindeer is supposed to be black folk or something like that. But Christmas is deeper than that. But that's just, you feel me? You feel me? All these holidays, like, it's always something sinister about everything. All these holidays, it's always something, bro. Why is that the case, bro? Like, Man, it's weird, bro. That's why I say, man, ignorance is truly bliss, man. It's weird out here, man. It's really weird.
Because it's in the middle of the month.
Ignorance is really bliss, bro. No cap.
These spirits of divination and witches, this is where they work their magic, because the veil is thin in the spiritual world in the middle of each month. At least that is what they believe. Now, I'm not saying that's not true, because that could very well much so be true. Remember, these people have the power of magic. They have the knowledge of magic, the knowledge of the occult, so they know
something we don't know, because they got us.
And they know when to practice magic.
The people that run the world, they know something we don't know. They got us celebrating everything, and we don't know nothing.
And they do it off of energy that's created from the people who's actually celebrating something that they have no idea what they are celebrating. You have no idea.
Don't know
why Valentine's is even on the 14th day of the month. So this part of the video is for the ones who really want to know the truth, really want to know what you're celebrating, and that's what it is. And if I'm not mistaken, it was something back in like the early 1900s, where like on Valentine's Day there was like a big massacre or something like that. I think it was like in the 1920s, where a bunch of people were lined up and killed on Valentine's Day. I don't know. It's not really, that significant as far as the spiritual side of what Valentine's Day means to the occult, basically. But I guess it was worth mentioning, So I could go on and on a little bit more with this video, but I think we've got to the juice of it and what it actually means. I'm sure a lot of people didn't know any of this information, as I didn't know some of it until I decided to research it and present it to y'all for a video today. So y'all already know what's going on, man. Like I said, I wasn't doing this video just to spoil your Valentine's Day or anything like that, but that's what this channel is. We expose the truth behind things, and especially holidays that people, they don't know what they're celebrating. So I felt it was definitely worth to do a video on. And yeah. So I guess I'll be ending this video twice, man. But anyways, y'all already know what's going on. With that being said,
man, like I say, man, great content on this channel, man. Y'all go subscribe to Black Balloons, you feel me? This is not usually content I do, you know what I'm saying? I'm actually like, I'm new to the YouTube thing. I'm gonna be having mixture of content, so I'm gonna be bringing stuff like this, videos like this. We're gonna have funny stuff, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna have times we just talk, chill, you feel me? Trying to build a solid community, but I'm definitely gonna be hitting y'all with some different stuff. But yeah, man, what y'all think? After learning this news, are you gonna continue to celebrate, or are you just gonna be more aware? Really, the decision is up to you. You know what I'm saying? Can't nobody force you to do nothing. But ignorance is bliss. After you learn this, it's either you gonna ignore the information my boys just gave you, or you know what I'm saying, or you gonna say, man, no, we'll up the band. No. This is really up to you. But what would you do? What will you do after learning this information? Comment below, like, comment, subscribe, man.